denken maar, ik wat doe.
Maybe salad.
のも洋食やから。
Yeah.
A little stronger a couple years ago. So I'm like bull now.
kinh rồi mà.
Sí. La lamparita.
Ahí.
Just change when you use later.
Okay.
Back to the back right next to it. You said that it was helpful.
Yes, right? Ikot-ikot.
See, we're not going, we're flying from Osaka to Tokyo.
But then there's also a lot of
それはもう下からね。ある
就是有些
あ